Hi everyone, this is Learning with Linda, and today I bring you information regarding the SNAP Food Stamps Max benefits for the month of February. Finally, right? As of right now, we have 5 states that have been approved, and as always, I bring you that payout date information. Now, quick disclaimer, if your state is not on this list, remember more states continue to be added every week, and of course, I'll be bringing that information to you as soon as it is available. Now, in this video, we'll also be going over the 40 states that are approved for the January SNAP Max benefits, obviously for the month of January. And we'll also be talking about the federal public health emergency that has been extended to April 16th for the year 2022 and how this obviously determines when your SNAP Max benefits will end. We'll also be discussing how the majority of states are not applying for the new PEBT benefits, and I bring you the latest information. So if you want to make sure that you receive all of this information, make sure you stay until the end of this video. Now, before we get started, if you are interested in the latest news regarding stimulus, child tax credit, SNAP, PEBT, and everything in between, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Now let's get right to it. And also, guys, don't forget to take advantage of these offers. Let's start with the Ibotta app. Here you can get cash back when doing your grocery shopping. You can also receive $10 once you've signed up and uploaded your first receipt using the referral code that you see on the screen. And for those of you that want to maximize your rewards, you can use a second app like Fetch Rewards to upload that same receipt you just uploaded to the Ibotta app. Fetch is actually super easy to use as it will give you points for uploading any type of receipt. You'll even get 2,000 points just for signing up with this referral code. And you can also get an additional $30 just for signing up with Rakuten. And once you spend $30 or more using the referral link that is in the video description. Now with Rakuten, you can receive up to 20% cash back every time you shop at your favorite stores. And finally, don't forget that you can shop for your groceries on Amazon with your p-ebt card or your EBT card. The good news is it is completely free. No membership is required, and you can also receive Amazon Prime discounts for EBT recipients and students. And of course, the same as always, all of these links will be in the video description. And so let's begin this video with really good news. We're going to start talking about the federal public health emergency and how it has been extended to end April 16th of the year 2022. So on January 14th, 2022, Secretary Becerra of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services extended the existing public health emergency for 90 days until April 16th of the year 2022. Now, without this extension, the declaration would have expired in the month of January 16th, 2022. Now, keep in mind, guys, this affects your food stamps max benefits in every possible way. So let's say that, this extension would have expired in January, then that means your SNAP max benefits would have ended that month. But since it's been extended till April, then it's more likely that your state will continue to provide those SNAP food stamps max benefits all the way until the month of April. The latest declaration was posted to the HHS Office of the Assistant Secretary for Preparedness and Response, and it will allow many public health protections and financial aid programs to continue for at least another 3 months. Now, this is the 8th time the declaration has been extended since it was announced January 27th of the year 2020. And so once again, guys, remember that those that are still receiving the emergency allotments will continue until at least April of this year. Now, if they decided not to extend it past April, then those who are receiving the SNAP Max benefits will only receive regular benefits starting May 2022. And of course, if your state is no longer in a state public health emergency, then you will only receive the regular benefits instead of the max benefits. And now for my friends in the state of Wisconsin, your governor has announced a projected surplus for this state. So remember, guys, when there's a surplus, it could mean there's another stimulus check coming. It could also mean that they're going to be using this money to provide further funding for things like education, or it could even mean tax cuts. So here I bring you the latest information. The state of Wisconsin got some very good fiscal news on Tuesday. The Legislative Fiscal Bureau, which crunches numbers for lawmakers, delivered a report projecting the state will have a surplus of $3.8 billion by the end of the current budget cycle in the summer of 2023. I'm proud of our efforts to make smart decisions with taxpayer dollars, get folks back to work, and keep more money in Wisconsinites' pockets. These unprecedented revenue projections are great news for our state, said the Governor Evers. The surplus will force Republican-controlled legislature to decide whether to spend the surplus, save it, or put it towards tax cuts. Now, Governor Tony Evers called for using the money to provide relief immediately to families struggling with rising costs and businesses facing challenges. Now, it seems, guys, like they're in the state of Wisconsin. It seems like people don't know exactly what to do with the surplus. So these are just proposals from the governor and from the Republican leaders as to what possibly they can do with this money. Now, Republican leaders in the state of legislature appear ready to use some of that money for more tax cut in the next state budget. So for those of you in the state of Wisconsin, let me know what you guys think about this. Would you guys prefer for the state of Wisconsin to use this money towards tax cuts, or would it be better for you guys or more supportive of the state to provide you guys with immediate relief? Now, they didn't quite say exactly how, but let me know your thoughts. Now let's move on to the topic of PEBT. Now remember, guys, these benefits are actually very different from those SNAP Max emergency allotments, okay? So there's a couple of states that are not applying for PEBT 2021 through 2022 benefits. So here I bring you the latest details. At its peak, 18.5 million kids received benefits of pandemic EBT, which began in the year 2020 when schools started closing due to the pandemic. Now, the program gave families a debit card benefit to use at the grocery store for some online food shopping or even at farmers markets. Now, the program is flagging. Most states have not applied for the school year that began in September. Now, of course, this is alarming because, this is money from the federal government that they're giving it to the states pretty much to, issue to families. Now, with only 8 states approved for this federal aid, and another 17 somewhere in the application process, the remaining states threaten to leave billions of dollars on the table in direct assistance to students and preschoolers who qualify for free or reduced price school meals. And now, of course, with these cases on the rise, at least 5,409 schools had canceled class or switched to virtual learning by the end of the first week of January. And of course, this has everything to do with the existing pandemic. Now, under the current law, students in states that aren't approved for the benefit this school year are ineligible to receive assistance in the summer when school is not in session. So once again, guys, we're referring here to those summer PEBT benefits. Therefore, the USDA is strongly urging states to complete the application process. Now, for my friends in the state of Georgia, Georgia is one of the states that has not yet applied. Now, according to Lynette Dodson, director of the state's nutrition program, officials aim to start working on an application soon. The reason for this delay is that the state is paying out the money from the 2020 through 2021 school year. But delays are also coming from the federal side. The USDA didn't approve some other states' plans from last year until the school year was over. Now, although I know this is not necessarily encouraging news, I do believe that most states will be applying for these PEBT benefits. However, I think we should expect a little more delays on the payments regarding PEBT for the school year 2021 through 2022. And now let's move on to those 5 states that have been approved for their SNAP emergency allotments for the month of February. And those states are Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, Wisconsin, and the state of Wyoming. And once again, remember that if your state is not on this list, don't panic just yet. More states continue to be added every week. And of course, I'll be bringing that information to you as soon as that is available. Now, regarding your payment dates, if you don't receive your payment by the date that you see on this chart, the only thing I can recommend for you is to contact your local SNAP office. So let's start with the first state on this list, which is Iowa, depositing payments between February 1st through February 10th. Maryland, February 1st through the 28th. Michigan, from February 19th all the way through the 28th. Wisconsin, February 12th. And of course, the state of Wyoming will be depositing payment based on the first letter of your last name. Same as always, right? So A through D, February 2nd, E through K, February 3rd, L through R, February 4th, and S through Z, February 5th. And now quickly moving on to the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of January. So I'll only be mentioning those states that are still issuing payments, beginning with the state of Alabama depositing on February 1st, Alaska January 3rd through the 31st, California on February 27th, Delaware January 26th, Georgia January 27th through the 31st, Hawaii February 1st, Illinois January 22nd all the way through January 29th. Next, we have the state of Kansas issuing payment between February 15th all the way through the 24th. Louisiana depositing payment either on January 8th, January 15th, January 22nd, or January 29th. Maryland, January 1st all the way through the 31st. And Massachusetts, February 2nd. Michigan will be depositing payment January 22nd all the way through the 31st. And to this list, we're welcoming the state of Minnesota that has been recently added and approved for the emergency allotment for the month of January. So this state will be depositing payment from February 8th all the way through February 28th. Seems like they're 1 month behind. Next, we have New Hampshire depositing payment either on January 3rd, January 21st, February 3rd, or February 18th. And now moving on to the state of New Mexico, depositing payment between January 1st and January 31st. New York from January 12th all the way through the 31st. North Carolina from January 22nd all the way through the 31st. Ohio, January 24th. Oklahoma from January 10th through the 15th. Or from January 15th all the way through the 31st. Now, Oregon is next on the list, and this state will be issuing 3 rounds. So round 1, January 10th, round 2, January 28th, and round 3, February 1st. Next, we have Pennsylvania depositing payment between January 15th all the way through the 29th. And 2 other states that are still depositing payments for the month of January is the state of Utah depositing payments on January 30th and Vermont depositing payment on February 11th. And that is all the updates that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. See you next time.